Hello everyone, welcome, happy Friday, and welcome to another version of the Pasolivo Cooking Kitchen, featuring this time Josh Ashby from Mint and Craft restaurant in San Luis Obispo, or how we like to say it around here is SLO. So I'm extremely excited to have him on today because we get to talk about one of the simple luxuries of life today, avocado toast. Avocado toast is one of those just beautiful unions of good, healthy foods together that just makes everybody smile. I don't think there's a soul on here that'll say, not my style. It's a fan favorite. So Josh is going to be with us today to cover how to make the best avocado toast possible. Hey, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
At one point, it looked like I was your head and you were the body.
I know. Maybe that's how we should do this.
Oh my God, it would feel so crafty.
Right?
I feel like you're pulling together things that I would not be able to do myself, but the hope is that you'll be able to teach novices like me how to upgrade a simple avocado toast to kind of blow it out of the water for themselves and for their friends and family. I do want to cover Mint and Craft and kind of the history behind it because I didn't know this. It started as a health food store in Cambria, and then the owners, Robin and Shani, is it, Covey?
Yes, correct.
They decided to kind of branch out. They just wanted to make sure that they could share their love of good, healthy food and make sure that everybody could get that in a very user-friendly way. And they have ended up, do they still have Robins?
Yeah, they still have Robins. It's been around, over 30 years now.
It's an institution.
Absolutely.
So there's Robins, there's you guys, there's Mint and Craft, there's Cafe Fiero, there's Luna Red, there's Novo. I mean, take it over.
It was a big year. We started Mint and Craft in 2017, Cafe Fiero shortly before that in the end of 2016. And then started a management company as well and have just been kind of running.
I love this. And what it does, I mean, it's the people are speaking and saying, this is exactly what we need. We want the healthy. We don't exactly know how to pull it together. So it's nice to be able to provide that for people. I know I love eating healthy, but I also am not interested in boiling Brussels sprouts and boiling chicken and being like, hey, but you guys have made it something that's approachable, and not only approachable, but something that people are lining up to get. So this avocado toast is a bestseller.
For sure. It's our number one item.
I looked at the recipe and then I was like, oh, okay. So they don't put a piece of toast in the toaster and smush some avocado on it and go, ta-da. They upgrade. So,
absolutely.
Tell us about you, and then tell us about this avocado toast.
Definitely. Speaking of toast, I'm going to grab it off of the line real quick.
Yes.
Set it up. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So, guys, the best part about this is little teaser here. They're using this. I'll put that out there right now. So if you have some bread and some avocado and have this in your pantry, you can play along a little bit. You might even have some of the other bits and pieces of the recipe. And if not, the recipe will be online so that you can go shopping, grab some of this stuff. My thought is during the holiday season, we are eating a whole bunch of heavy, rich foods. To be able to create something like this part-time, between that big old brunch and a massive holiday dinner, this is the perfect middle point where your body might say, thank you. I needed a little bit of this. I needed a little bit of freshness, a little bit of healthy. This is what I needed in me. So I think this is actually it was like, is this a holiday meal? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's perfect. I had mentioned brunch. You upgrade it. You put some poached eggs on it. It's going to be perfect for brunch. You tweak it how you need to. So this is exactly what we need going into this holiday season, I think.
Yeah, totally agree. So a little about myself. I've been working with Robin and Shani since 2014. Started at Luna Red, that's kind of my baby, and then moved into human resources and have been doing that since 2016. And come June of this year, Mint and Craft, we were trying to figure out what are we going to do with kind of quarantining and everything that's going on with, the city right now. And I said, hey, how about I get back in front of people? I'll do HR part-time for you. And I started running this place. So
here you
fun.
are. Here you
Exactly.
Here you are. Who knew you were going to be doing live shows as well?
Right? I love it.
This year has brought a lot of new things, thinking outside of the box.
Yeah. And that's just it. This was my first menu I've ever written. So I pulled from items all around the world that I had tried somewhere and said, okay, I know these elements work. And then I put twists on them to make them just absolutely insane.
I've heard nothing but amazing things. I think everybody, that's why everybody's hopping on, is because they have fallen in love with the restaurants. And so, show us exactly what this avocado toast, how this has talked to the people so much.
Yeah, let's do it. Kind of go down a little bit, I think. That way everyone can see a little bit better. All right. So something that Robin and Shani have always done is worked with the farmers and kept everything as local and fresh as possible. And that's absolutely the same that I want to keep going on here. I have no intention of changing any of that. So we work with local avocado farm in Morro Bay, Morro Creek. We try and pull everything we absolutely can. The bread itself is coming from Pagnol Bakery in Los Osos, which is one of my favorite spots. And they do a really cool 36-hour fermentation on the bread. And so that allows gluten-sensitive people are typically totally fine eating anything they make.
Oh, wow.
Which is something I took into account when I decided to use it. So I start with the avocado. We mash it. I say mash it really, really well, and it just spreads and gets a little bit fluffy. Super cool.
So what when you're hunting for avocados, what's the squishiness level? This is so professional. What's the squishiness level of the avocado that we're looking for here?
Yeah, exactly. I actually like it as squishy as possible without it kind of looking. It makes it easier to mash. It depends on what I'm doing with the avocado. What I want it to feel like. So for this mashing, I want it to feel pretty squishy without feeling, totally rotten.
Right.
So that works absolutely perfect. He comes around twice a week for me, so I just get the squishies from him. It's great. And so next, I basically looked at this dish and I kind of wanted to layer it green. And then we do some fresh grated Parmesan over the top, so a layer of white there. It makes it really easy for me to teach the staff how to layer this. And then I grind up fresh pistachios that we put over the top there, so another green layer.
And that's a pretty, there's still some bits in it, so it's not too much of a fine grind on that.
Yeah, exactly. I actually started doing it really, really fine, and then I've just kind of played with it over the last 3 or 4 months to get it like you do with anything. You kind of start with a vision and then get to what works well, and people seem to really enjoy.
There's nothing like, I mean, that nice mouthfeel too, that crunch, because there are so many different mouthfeels on this plate. So yeah.
Totally. And next, we get a fresh burrata in. I bring this in once a week, and it's super good. It's like a creamy mozzarella. It's super, super creamy and amazing. And so it gives this cool, you have the mushiness of the avocado, you have the crunchiness of the pistachios, and then you have this fresh creaminess on top of all of that. And next, I take some fresh oregano, and I use about 1 stalk of that and just kind of sprinkle the leaves across the top. This is one of my favorite dishes to build because I like using my hands to kind of place everything and make it. It's like a little art piece every time. It's fun. So that's the major dish there. And so when I created this dish, and my wife and I were actually talking, we worked with Pasolivo with her granola company back a few years ago. And she said, what would just like send this absolutely over the top and crazy good? Put some olive oil on it. Remember that lemon olive oil that we used in our citrus blend? Let's do that on top. Try it. Let me know what you think. I was like, you're crazy. Olive oil on avocado toast. And of course, she's always right. Because it did. It is absolutely insane. So I just drizzle across the top. And literally, that's the thing that people comment the most on, is that real pop of citrus that you get from the olive oil. It's so good.
I love that because it does. It wakes it up. And I've
totally
been in that same boat of thinking, why are we taking, because I'm all about, okay, this is a good fat, and then there's this, and then we put 2 good fats together. Does that turn them bad? What happens? So
yeah, totally.
Do they turn on you?
Right.
And now I make guacamole with our lime olive oil. I mean, This absolutely makes sense to me. So yeah, it's at first it takes that first step, and then the minute you do, you'll never go back again.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last thing that I always top with, I love finishing salt. I swear by it. The Maldon, however you want to say it. I get those flakes, so they're just like really crispy and salty goodness. And I top pretty much everything with it. It makes me so happy.
So we have a kosher salt. Would that work for this as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, salt in general, it brings out the flavors. I've worked on that. I actually, like, for myself, I've never been a huge salt person. So everything to me tasted really, really salty all the time. So I would undersalt everything. And over the years, I've just played with it and worked it into dishes and been like, okay, that completely changes the way this dish pops, and it needs it. It really does.
And someone had mentioned freshly ground pepper, and I think you on the recipe do too. So
yes,
you've got some pepper to follow up on it too.
Thank you. Definitely.
And somebody else is also asking about Himalayan salt. So are you saying any salt, to taste basically, and that's your favorite, but each person can grab their own, or how does that go?
Yeah, I think it's totally what works for people. They have the Himalayan pink salts that people love. I love just like the Trader Joe's kind of salt grinder that they have there. It's super good. I use that most of the time when I'm cooking, and then I'll throw this just on at the end, just kind of sprinkle it across.
I keep thinking that we've got a sriracha salt or a ghost pepper salt that will probably kill on this as well.
Heck yeah.
And this is the nice thing, is that you guys have this gorgeous item that is, I mean, you don't have to touch it all, but if somebody's working this at home and then creating their own, they can kind of flow with this base, this foundation, and kind of go from there.
Oh yeah, I think, that's one of the things I think that we've seen with avocado toast in general. You can do absolutely anything with it and make it your own. We've played with it, and rather than doing some pistachios, I've done some almonds crunched up over the top of it. Just some different, you can really pull a ton of flavor profiles and throw it together and see what happens. That's my favorite part of cooking is getting to play and see what flavors work and what doesn't, and adjust it.
So do you roast it up at all with the Parmesan on it, or is it just there?
Nope.
All set? Oh,
It's just there. Yeah, the
perfect.
bread, I butter the bread, and I recommend a skillet. I don't have a skillet here in the cafe that I'm able to use because we have a glass cooktop, but I highly recommend a skillet and butter, and it creates another level of flavor that brings it all in.
Okay, so everybody turn around, put your toaster away.
Yeah,
Away from the toaster.
put the toaster away. I
Get the skillet
promise
out.
you will love the skillet with butter. It will change your life.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
you've got a pretty thick piece of bread there. Did you slice it yourself?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah, I get whole loaves. Pagnol makes the most beautiful
wow.
loaves of bread, and so they do a double loaf for me in a custom made pan, and so that way I get even slices for a larger piece of or loaf of bread.
Right,
But
okay.
yeah, I recommend getting good bread will make all the difference. I grew up on Wonder Bread and all that goodness, and I still love it. I go home, my mom makes me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm all about it. But get good bread and make this avocado toast with it.
Okay, so this, I mean, it's like each piece, each ingredient,
Mm-hmm.
if you just take that one ingredient and look how you can upgrade it throughout
Yeah.
when you put it together. I'm always about, especially working here in Pasolivo, it's all about quality versus quantity and just
100%.
getting great. I think that's a very, like a nod to kind of a European, Italian way of eating, just simplicity but high quality. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's avocado toast, and especially yours, just is the poster child for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's if you can keep it simple and the flavors speak for themselves, you don't have to do a lot with it, and just pull in those good ingredients. That's something that we've kept true to, for 30 years, and we have a produce purveyor that goes around to farmers markets, and we work with the farmers and make sure we're getting the freshest tomatoes we can get. We're getting the freshest avocados we can get. We switch farms if it's starting to go out of season somewhere. So that's a huge goal for us.
Okay, so for those of us who don't have somebody
Yeah.
coming up to our door giving us fresh stuff, and this is exactly why we visit you guys, and that's exactly why, because we can pretend to make it at home, and we'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try our darndest, but when it comes down to it, you guys really have your finger on the pulse and have everything delivered fresh there that morning. So
Yeah.
it does make a difference. It absolutely does.
Definitely. It does.
The bread place that you use, Pango Bakery, did they ship? Can you buy that somewhere?
Yeah, so you can buy it. I'm looking at carrying it. If you want to come in, I typically have a couple extra loaves that I'm happy to sell. I live in Morro Bay, so I drive to their bakery every morning, pick up fresh bread that they bake off, and bring it in with me. So
that's the best and the worst. I mean, I have to
Yeah.
do that for work. I pick up bread and it's warm and it's squishy, and I'm thinking, do I just park on the side of the road and just kill all this? Because I think it could.
I know it. I know it. I always have some pastries in the box bringing in with me. I'm like, man, so good.
Can't smell that. I can't.
Yeah, but they do sell loaves of bread at the Slow Co-op as well.
Okay.
And at their storefront off of 3rd in Los Osos.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some options for us local people.
For sure.
How about the cheese? Because that's looking very specialized.
Yeah, we work with a cheese purveyor that kind of runs around and gets it for us and delivers it a couple of times a week. Yeah, totally outlet. No, but there's so many great places. California Fresh Market here in Slow is one that has a ton of great cheeses, as well as Shine in Morro Bay. There's so many places that you can get rather than going in the aisle with the bag of, you know, grated Parmesan that's craft or wherever, go into the little cold case they have that has all the different cheeses, grate your own. It's totally worth it.
So deli section more than
Yes,
craft single section. Got
definitely.
it. If you're shopping next to the yogurts, back away. All right.
Yes.
These are all life lessons for all of us.
Yeah, and someone just said check local farmers markets.
Yes.
That's super good as well. Always encourage that.
Are there other cheeses that could stand in these stunt doubles?
Oh yeah, for sure. I started the dish with mozzarella. Was something that I wanted. I started that way, and I actually switched to burrata for convenience sake, because we were already bringing it into a couple of the other restaurants, and it's way better than the dish was coming out with mozzarella. I think it was intentional that I was supposed to switch. It totally works. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't think there's, I mean, you could put burrata on my Cheerios and I'd be stoked on it. So
Right?
yeah, I'm never going to say no. Okay.
Awesome.
So I mean, this is something, are you guys, let's talk about, you mentioned the pandemic and how people are surviving and how everything's looking.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? How are you managing? How do we get this toast in our bellies?
Yes.
From you guys?
The city's been really great. We have an awesome patio here, and they last Friday said, hey, you guys can have people sitting on your patio again. So we're doing everything to go. The menu is kind of written well for to go style. So I feel like for Mint and Craft, it hasn't affected us in that sense where we're having to kind of scramble to change the way we do things. But it's definitely, we've seen a decline in business, just people not going out as much. But we do work with DoorDash and Uber Eats, and you can order online and I'll run it out to your car personally. I'm here every day we're open, so I'm happy to meet you and work with you and get it to you.
Okay, so now you're probably going to have to do a little bit of a autograph on the top of the computer or something. It's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, someone had me sign one of the cookbooks here one day, which was kind of great. Yeah.
Do you have cookbooks?
We do. We have a ton of cookbooks in store. We are constantly trying to grab, you know, what's interesting and fun and something different that not everyone has.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. So it's you guys, Cafe Fiero, Luna Red, Novo, and Robbins. Robbins is in Cambria. Is everybody else in Slow? Or
yeah, everyone else is in Slow. So Cafe Fiero, we use that as a commissary and catering kitchen. So that's a little bit separate than a storefront. They'll kind of cook off some stuff, and all of our pastries come out of that location.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then Luna Red and Novo are downtown, right across. I can see Luna Red out my window. So very close. We're all friendly and run around and steal stuff from each other whenever we need it.
Oh, so and is everybody open doing DoorDash? Okay.
Yeah, everyone's open. Everyone. The beautiful thing about all of our locations, we have really amazing patios. Novo, the best creekside patio downtown by far. Luna Red has an incredible outdoor patio looking up at the Mission that's just beautifully decorated right now. And then Robbins up in Cambria has really beautiful garden seating and an outdoor patio. They're known for their garden. That's really incredible.
So, I mean, we've got a lot of people who are local, but we have a lot of people on the back end watching this, because this goes onto our Instagram, it goes onto our Facebook, our YouTube, who aren't local, who are brainstorming about when to visit, how to visit, what that's going to look like. So we're mentioning some restaurants that are available, are open, and are providing fresh, local, just gorgeous California cuisine and really healthy, new out-of-the-box thinking food. So I think this is great, not only for you guys, but just to know people who are visiting, write it down, as you're setting up your course, because traveling's different now. You can't just wing it. You have to know, where you're going to be staying, setting up reservations, all that sort of stuff, because everything is outside. So this is a great list of restaurants to be able to jump around to, know that you're going to get quality service, quality food, and know that they're going to be available to you. So I think that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if people are just passing through, we're centrally located between San Francisco and LA. So all of our locations have easy access to pull up, order online on your phone, pull up, we'll run it out to your car, and continue on your way.
That is an extremely good point. Yeah, if you're not interested, because really who is, unless it's 2 a.m. in drive-through food, then this is a fantastic way of making sure that you're going to stay healthy. I tried doing a road trip, and that was not so great on the body, because you just don't know what you're coming up against. So to know that you can swing by is a fantastic idea.
For sure. Awesome.
So yeah, a lot of people, she's saying that, there are people saying they're shelter in place, so they're extra careful when they drive down. But that's also us. We're all, in our case, we're masked up, we're gloved up. We look like surgeons, but without the PhD portion of it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So everything is we are probably overly careful. And I think I speak for all of us in the food industry when it comes to that. So you are, especially if you're doing, driving through, I have yet to see a drive-through that has a mask on and gloves on. So that's fun.
Same.
It's a fun gamble.
Right.
I guess you're already gambling with the food, so whatever at that point. So yeah, this is a great way to stay safe. And also, I think eating healthy right now is huge. So make sure you're taking care of your body, because your body, you reward your body for fighting everything off right now, because it's doing a lot of work, and we need to make sure that we're not cramming some stuff in it that's just fillers when it really needs the good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, thank you so much for taking time out of your day today for us. I really appreciate it. It sounds like we've got some people from the Bay Area who will be making their way down at some point.
Awesome.
Probably LA coming up, and I know I know people who are out of state who watch this. So when they do come and finally do that wine trip that they've been wanting to do, this is one of those places that's a definite must go to. And especially, describing the views. We've got the California weather. And now you've got the California views, so come on, visit us, get away from the snow for a little bit, and we'll keep you healthy in mind and spirit and body. All right, well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I love that you guys are using our olive oil. That just speaks to the level that you guys are providing to your customers. Because everybody knows this is not just run-of-the-mill stuff. So the fact that you're putting this on every avocado toast that goes out is pretty cool. This is Meyer lemon. It's not infused. It is the oil from the zest of the Meyer lemon. So if you guys have this in home now, instead of just baking with it and putting it into your blueberry muffins and on your asparagus, you can now put it on your avocado toast. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And folks, stick with me, because I'm going to be talking about what we're doing in 2 weeks, because we got holidays coming out. I'll cover the bundle. If you want this recipe, hop on our website. Just type in avocado toast. The wineries, are they open now or still closed? Well, it depends on the winery.
Yeah.
Some wineries have crossed their arms and decided, you know what? Nope. And then other wineries are playing along. So call ahead, but do not be surprised when you run into wineries that are open. Some of the downtown ones are, because they kind of fall into that downtown location. I'm talking about downtown Paso. I don't know if downtown San Luis Obispo, downtown SLO has the same situation going on.
Yeah, I don't know either in terms of the wineries in particular. Everyone's trying to do as much as they can outdoor.
Yeah.
So if they have a good outdoor space, I'm sure that they're doing what they can.
Yeah, yeah, we've got a lot of them that are open. Yeah, outside, if they can't do that, some of them have closed. There's some licensing. They could pull a whole lot of stuff from them if they
Yeah.
were not following rules. So, but there's quite a few that are open as far as I know here. So if you ever need to plan a visit, just give us a call at Pasolivo. We are ambassadors for the town. We love the place. We want you here. So we'll hook you up. We'll help you out. And we're big wine drinkers, because who isn't during COVID?
Right?
It's survival juice at this point. All right. Hopefully everybody's got questions answered. And if not, you can always email us, touch base with us through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Touch base with Mint and Craft. Make sure you're following them on Instagram and checking out their website and all of that, because they are phenomenal. And once I know you fell in love with the avocado toast today. So once you get onto their Instagram and start looking at all that food porn, you'll probably start driving down immediately and not even worry about grabbing a mask. All right, folks. So. Josh, if I have to wave goodbye to you, farewell. Yes. Have a fantastic weekend, and
thank
happy
you.
holidays.
You too.
Folks, we're not. I don't get to see you until January 8th now, which is like heartbreaking to me, because this is a standing date I have with you, and I love you guys. But we have nothing going on until the 8th, because there's apparently Christmas is coming around next Friday. There you go. I should start shopping. And then we've got New Year's Day on the next Friday. So what are the odds? The Friday after that, the 8th, we will see you. We are seeing you with Hurricane Kitchen Gourmet Food Truck. So this is a food truck that if you have been at Barrel House, if you have been to any events around here, if you've been to the Firestone events, you will have run into this food truck. It is phenomenal. And the food that they are pulling together for us is awesome. The bundle is crazy awesome too. Okay, so I'm going to read it because I want to make sure I have mentioned everything I can. So they are doing an artichoke, a Castelvetrano olive, artichoke, and smoked salmon flatbread, involving our Castelvetrano olives, our artichoke and lemon tapenade. I know this is backwards. The labels are backwards. It's Instagram having fun with us. And then our rosemary olive oil. If this olive oil does not scream, oh, that's not a rosemary olive oil. Rosemary olive oil, here we go. They're both green. If this olive oil does not scream the season, I don't know what does. The rosemary olive oil is something that goes well in stuffing, on potatoes, any type of meat. Just has this beautiful, warm family meal kind of vibe to it. So even if you're just pouring it on popcorn, it is phenomenal. But they're putting it on flatbread, and they are also doing a basil plum caramelized potbelly salad with cilantro, lime, and jalapeno mustard vinaigrette. I know, I know. I wish it were January 8th already. Using our sweet basil plum balsamic. So as you guys know, this is from Atascadero, so a couple towns over, just phenomenal stuff. The cilantro lime olive oil, just once you start cooking with this, you're never going to stop. Just every Mexican dish on the planet is amazing with it. And our jalapeno, or sugar-kissed jalapeno mustard, a vinaigrette, just on a panini. I mean, this stuff is amazing. I have a lady who makes her deviled eggs with this, works well in mac and cheese. I mean, like the true mac and cheese where you're actually cooking it and baking it and using mustard in it. I mean, it's just, this is a great bundle. There's 6 items in the bundle, 2 olive oils, 1 balsamic, 2 spreads, and some olives, and a partridge in a pear tree. So everything you could ever ask for in one bundle. Hop online. You can grab the bundle so you can follow along in January 8th. Another idea is, if you are stumped for a gift, grab this bundle send it, and then say, hey, and you'll be able to follow along online, either live Instagram to on January the 8th, or it'll be on Instagram, and you can send this as a bundle and say, there you go, now you've got a couple things you can cook with this. So it is an amazing gift for yourself or others. And once you hop onto our website, you'll be able to see that we actually use these for a lot, these items for a lot of things. So you're not just going to be, okay, this is all I'm making forever. No, you'll have a ton of things to be able to make with it. I want to make sure that I'm covering the fact that we had the brown butter farro and acorn squash recipe last week, made with our bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. It is being released this weekend. Yay! Perfect for the holidays. I will say it works beautifully as a simple syrup in like an old fashioned. It works really well with bourbon and rye. So not only are you going to be able to use it for baking and for pancakes and for cooking, but also for cocktails. You didn't hear from me, or maybe you did. I mean, if you've been following along, you heard it from me. I will say that along with the Olio Nuovo, which is that new oil that comes out right after harvest, along with the garlic oil that is a brand new release, those items are all just for club members. So if you want that sort of stuff, if you want these bundles with 10% off, the club is such a fun thing to be part of. You choose your bundle. It's $85 worth of anything in the store, anything online, twice a year. That's it. So whether it's just 2 oils, done. If you can do 2 oils twice a year, I know you can, then that's your club membership. If you want to bundle up soaps, lotions, tea towels, that can be your bundle. So definitely consider joining the club, because it is a very fun club to be part of. You're getting 10% off pretty much everything. You're getting a recipe book for joining that will keep on growing, because we have recipe bundles that we send you too. So, and these are fantastic gifts. So then you're getting, your bundle can go to somebody else. It doesn't have to go to you. You probably won't want to share it. But if you're a good person and are willing to share, then there you go. You get a discount and gifting as well. So, touch base with us if you have any questions, and I won't see you until the 8th now. Please stay healthy, stay safe, and I am so looking forward to seeing you guys next year, 2021. I think we've all earned it. Don't you think we've all earned a switch over? You guys are fantastic. Take care of yourselves. Give everybody air hugs and under the mask smiles. And eat healthy, be healthy. We'll see you in our tasting rooms. We'll see you online, and we'll see you on the 8th. Bye, guys.